national and international level. And we are very fortunate to have you in this global meet, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation. And second guest of honor of today are Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, sir, Chief Managing Director, Research Foundation of India. So welcome you on behalf of Orient University Indore in this particular day of the innovation, industry and infrastructure. And we have other speakers also from the different countries, Dr. Catalino and from the Philippines, and Dr. Rania Lampu from Greek, and Christina Sclera from Mechanical Technical from Croatia, and Lucky Dapper from Gurgaon, Haryana, and Kapil Thappa sir from Nagaland, India. So on behalf of Orient University Indore, I welcome you all for gracing the occasion, and we are expecting intellectual talk. So once again, a very good morning to one and all the intellectuals which are present today for this specific session. So as far as my thinking is concerned, with the theme that goal 9, that is innovation, industry and infrastructure, we are working so hard to bridging the gap in between industry and academia. There are lots of gap in between the industry and academia. So both the persons, both professions from the come together for bridging the gap in between industry and academia, so that we can produce skills professionals, those who can compete with the global competency, and then definitely they can take our better things. If we talk about the research, innovation, so definitely as we have seen in current world pandemic COVID-19, everyone faced this particular world COVID-19 pandemic. And frankly speaking, with the help of our researchers, scientists, and various leaders from the globe, and especially regulatory agencies have done a lot of work, especially to get the vaccination. And finally, we saved the life of many pupils. So this is something which is related to the innovation and industries. Definitely, as Silpi ma'am already told about the industry infrastructure development, which is running in a very fast way in a globe. So definitely, we also think about the proper industrialization as well as their utilization in academic also. If both the pillars will work together, especially academia and industry, definitely we can give a miracle, especially in terms of innovation and research. I will especially focus, I will take a few minutes just to I'm requesting all the global leaders, global speakers, national speakers, those who are here. I just want to promote this concept all over the world. Definitely what we are using, artificial intelligence in drug discovery. Being a pharmacy person, definitely I'm focusing in this, especially in drug discovery. But artificial intelligence can play a major role in the entire world to save the time as well as to save the cost, especially in drug discovery or research or innovation. And especially we can give much more product in a quality way. Dr. Ranjit Vasiscar sir will definitely talk about the quality product, quality guidelines, because he is the man of quality. So soon he will discuss in his speech what kind of things what we are using, especially in artificial intelligence. So artificially intelligence is nothing. This is a technique what we are using regularly. We are connecting globally, especially in this global peace and sustainable development summit because of use of artificial intelligence. We are discussing various goals, especially first to 17 on different aspects. Really, I'm very fortunate and I'm very lucky to be a part of this conclave. And we are listening these speakers from the globe on this various topic. So definitely is one kind of motivations, and this is a platform that we are connecting with the help of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can give a better role and can save the time. We can learn many things in different area with the help of this artificial intelligence. If we are making any drug, we can know about the target, we can discuss about the possible treatment, we can think about it. Simply, if we are sitting in the house, if we want to search something, so definitely we use some kind of advanced technology software. On that basis, we can go for the proper target and all. So this concept will definitely innovation, industry, and infrastructure. We have to work hard to make a noble profession, and we can give more productive research in the current era. But for that, we want work to hand together, and definitely we can put best, especially in innovation and research. And I'm requesting you all, those who are from the industry, please join hand together, and we can make a strong relation in between industry and academia, so that we can understand the basic problem of society, and we can make more productive, which is useful for the socio-economic impact, and definitely it will be beneficial for the society. So research must not be limited to the PhD or postdoc. That must be useful for the society, beneficiality, and especially if we talk about the innovation, definitely as we have seen in world COVID-19 pandemic, there are many persons who are alive, and we are facing each other just because of the advancement and the use of artificial intelligence in fast development process. So thank you so much. I will not take much of time because we have very eminent speakers from the all over the globe. So thanks to Dr. Supriya Pathak ma'am and Silpi ma'am for inviting me. And now hand over to you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please.
Dr. Nitesh, I would like to request you, please stop sharing.
Yes,
and yes. Okay. So, sir, I am giving you a spotlight. Sir, would you like to do this gesture?
yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we believe in the joining hands, not the shaking hands, because the joining hands is all about the mutual cooperation and the mutual association. So, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. So now, Shilpi Padhya ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would like to say that Nitish sir has touched very appropriately one pointer of sustainable goal development, that is 9.5, which talks about innovation, research, infrastructure in the industry. So thank you, sir, for bringing out this point. And I'm sure we can very well understand this point when we go to the man of the quality, as the Nitish sir has said, that Mr. Ranjit, Dr. Ranjit Barshikar sir is the man of the quality. So, sir, it's your time now where we would like to talk about you. And to talk something in his honor is, he is, as have been clearly told by Nitish sir, but still I would like to repeat, he is CEO QBD International, QBD CMPG Consulting, and United Nations Advisor Geneva. So welcome, sir, to the Sustainable Goal Development Summit to hear a few quality words from you, from the man of the quality. Welcome, sir. So it is all yours now. I hope you can unmute yourself, sir. Do you face some problem unmuting?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Great to be on this platform, madam. And I appreciate my introduction is sweet and short introduction. And it's always have been in the past and in future too will be to support Dr. Nitesh Jain. I like this personality, and since his earlier days. So some of the people you always like. So he is one of those personalities which I always like, and always prefer to support him in all his endeavors.
Thank you.
He has come. He has come up to the position of the Dean of the Pharmacy, which is a great achievement at his age. And it's always a pleasure to associate myself after 51 years of pharmaceutical industry experience with such an excellent youngster leading the Pharmacy Institute very successfully. And I'm very happy again to join you, Dr. Nitesh, on such a wonderful subject, which is a Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2022. And I was very much impressed the way in which you have coined these words, along with your associate. I think there is a W work, what is that? Gossip. World gossip.
Witty gossips. So witty gossips. Witty gossips.
So I was quite amazed to see that wording that you have associated, which is rightly so in today's context. So I appreciate your invitation to me. And Dr. Nitesh, you had requested me if I can speak on quality culture or culture of quality in any organization. And I was very much surprised to receive that subject from you. That a Pharmacy Education Institute is talking of culture of quality. No doubt it is that culture of quality or quality culture, various people have different terminologies for that, applies to everyone, every individual, every family, in the society, in your social circle, in your education institute, and also mainly in the industry. All type of industry, culture of quality is essential. And I was very happy that you have selected this particular subject for my few minutes talk as a guest of honor. So when we talk on this, the culture of quality, there is always a question which comes up in the mind that is it possible to achieve a culture of quality in your organization or any organization for that matter? And the simple answer is always yes. And to do this, it is important that you must, or any organization must find first, understand what the quality culture is. It is very, very important. We have a strong cultural background, our country, and I don't need to mention it, but still sometimes always give to go back to our history. And when we talk about Ramayana and Mahabharata, where we always, we have been learning this culture of the people, culture of the king, culture of the people working in the king darbars, and trying to associate to develop their own kingdom. And the messages kings used to give, or the, for that matter, Lord Krishna, who had given in Mahabharata, the Gita Rahasya, Bhagavad Gita Rahasya, in 16 adhyayas, where he has been forcing and focusing on the point of culture. What is the culture? What is our responsibility towards others? And what is our responsibility to our own kingdom, own people, and own relationship? So I always talk on that several hours about cultural aspects of the individuals, of the society, and the countries and the globe as well. So the culture of quality culture is working behavior or a collection of behaviors encompassing every employee within a company. It is a way of working where employees strive for best at every level to support the organization. Having strong structure in place is essential for creating quality culture in your organization and any other organization or education institute. So being flexible within that structure is very, very important. There are certain elements to achieve that. As an example, let us take the software industry, where we may wish to stick to the strict methodologies to achieve accurate results. On the other hand, exploratory testing agile method may encourage better collaboration and creativity. So establishing organizations' best practices is therefore the perfect place to start the activity of quality culture. And my friends, let me emphasize here the culture of quality in any organization, in any industry, starts from top to the bottom. It has to be led by the topmost person in the organization. And he or she must establish a system that promotes a quality culture. To establish quality culture, some initial activities like research is no doubt required, keeping in mind the organization business perspective. A company processes should be easy to understand and applicable in different departments. And the strong governance, a positive culture in the organization, and a right empowerment to the employees will drive the quality initiatives. The top person or various leaders in the organization have to lead by example is one of the key requirements for a strong quality culture, cascading down these messages to different levels in the organization. So dedicated leadership team can be instrumental in a quality culture. That is where we always emphasize on a proactive leadership in the organization. A good leader will always articulate an organization's vision and mission. So, which is very, very important, and a vocal communication, clear communication, credible communication of the vision and living up to the communication is very important in any leadership level. Therefore, the quality culture will then become an organic part of a company or an organization as it grows and develops further. Another important aspect which we strongly believe, and myself being a pharmaceutical industry in last 51 years, I have been always talking of our focus should always be customer centricity. What is that means? Means in pharma industry, we always focus on the interest of the patients first. All decisions are taken in the interest of patients and not only the business. So we focus on quality than quantity. So that's the way to focus on customer centricity. The same thing applies to other industries as well. Another point is we must encourage collaboration, external supports, external relationships, as well as internal workforce. Another area which need to strive is continuous development and continuous improvement in the organization function, in the organization's activities, in the support to be given to our end customers. And nothing but the last key important is promote quality ownership. Every employee in the organization, every person working in any educational institute must have ownership of their own work. So quality ownership involves every employee taking responsibility for developing quality culture. To sum up, creating quality culture within the organization is a great way to enhance any business. So quality culture helps to make employees feel happier and about their own satisfaction in the work, and to feel more like integral part of the organization. It can drive performance, it improves the results, and create a better working environment in the organization. And most importantly, quality culture can have a direct impact on customer satisfaction, because we are always talking about and thinking about and taking decisions about customers. And that's the way all business leaders should fully understand the quality culture. So everyone needs to have a positive attitude and approach continuously for the improvement to support the customer satisfaction. And most importantly, my friend, never forget, we should not have any blame game in the organization. We must work as a team work in our organization, our institute, our educational industry, academia, and others. So I fully appreciate from that perspective, Dr. Nitesh, your point of joining the industry and academia together. Cascading these quality culture discussions to your all the participants and the institute students all over is a key to make them understand what is quality culture as they enter the industry. So it's a beneficial to all the new students, those who are going to come out of the education institute to join the industry or join as an entrepreneur. Quality culture understanding is a must, which is the key to understand the whole activity in the industry. So the quality culture is going to play a role in their career as well. So with these few words, I'm thankful to all of you for inviting me for this wonderful platform and wonderful subject. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much, Ranjeev sir, for joining us, for having with us, sir, because actually just because of personalities like you, the intellectual minds like you, sir, the summit is going on very smoothly, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yes. So, dear Christiana, would you like to add some notes about the Ranjeev sir speech?
Good morning to all. Thank you for this opportunity. And yes, I will point it to good vision, good mission, quality culture, and happy employees, growing company and developing organization, because that is most important. If you think about employees and your culture in organization and developing the quality management control and etc., and you will building the strong structure in the time where is the COVID pandemic, etc., the war time, etc., and you will have the good quality of employees, and your company will growing. If you don't think about your employees just on customer, then you lose the good employees. They go out from your factory, from your state, and you lose if you don't think about your employees and good culture inside. And that is not just factory, that is the schools, that is the faculty, that is the university. You must think about the good quality control, good quality management in that institution. And that is the good point. Thank you, Ranit Bashkar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Christiana. Now, without wasting time, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, Chief Managing Director of Research Foundation of India. So, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, now the stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, CMD RA5. I feel honored to be invited to this summit day 9 related to Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, on Sustainable Goal number 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. In this Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2022. The aim of this summit 2022 is to provide the most complete and reliable source of information on the recent advancements in the field of global peace and sustainable development. This summit 2022 on global peace and sustainable development covers a broad range of topics in this field, as I have seen till now. The National Education Policy 2020, NEP 2020 has given a clarion call for holistic value-based education to prepare our youth and develop our nation. Education is fundamental for achieving full human potential, developing an equitable and just society, and promoting national development. RFI is working in this line only. The Sustainable Development Goal, also known as Global Goals, were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all people enjoy peace and prosperity. These 17 SDGs are integrated. They recognize that action in one area will affect outcome in others, and that development must balance social, economic, and environmental sustainability. Countries have committed to prioritize progress for those who are furthest behind. The SDGs are designed to end poverty, hunger, AIDS, and discrimination against women and girls. The clarity, know-how, technology, and financial resources from all of society is necessary to achieve the SDGs in every context. Sustainable Development Goal number 9, that is industry, innovation, and infrastructure, we are discussing today. The SDG encompasses 3 important aspects of sustainable development: infrastructure, industrialization, and innovation. This goal is to be achieved by 2030 by upgrading infrastructure and retrofit industries to make them sustainable, with increased resource use efficiency and greater adoption of clean and environmentally sound technology and industrial process. Investment in infrastructure and innovation are crucial drives for economic growth and development. With over half the world population now living in cities, mass transport and renewable energy are becoming even more important, as are the growth of new industries and information and communication technology. Sustainable infrastructure preserves, restores, and integrates the natural environment, including biodiversity and ecosystem. It supports the sustainable and efficient use of natural resources, including energy, water, and material. Developing infrastructure enhances a country's productivity, consequently making firms more competitive and boosting a region's economy. The accessibility and quality of infrastructure, as was discussed just now, in a region help shape domestic firms, investment decisions, and determine the region's attractiveness to foreign investors. Infrastructure provides the basic physical facilities essential to business and society. Industrialization drives economic growth and job creation, thereby reducing income inequality. And innovation expands the technological capabilities of industrial sectors and leads to the development of new skills. Technological progress is also key to finding lasting solutions to both economic and environment challenges, such as providing new jobs and promoting energy efficiency, promoting sustainable industries, and investing in scientific research and innovation are all important ways to facilitate sustainable development. More than 4 billion people still do not have access to the internet, and 90% are from the developing world. Bridging this digital divide is crucial to ensure equal access to information and knowledge, as well as foster innovation and entrepreneurship. Important measures for sustainable development are maybe technology, reduce, reuse, and recycle approach, promote promoting environment, education and awareness, resource utilization as per carrying capacity, improving quality of life, including social, cultural, and economic dimension. Realizing SDG 9 by 2030 will require overcoming resource constraints, building and strengthening developing countries' capacities, and exploring innovative ways to solve development challenges in order to build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Now it's my privilege and honor to welcome all the dignitaries present over here, resource persons and experts available for the summit 2022. I am thankful to the entire team of Witty Gossip Association and Oriental University Indore as well. I'm thankful to all who have given their input in this summit 2022 and all participants who made this summit 2022 a success. For more information related to my organization RFI, you may contact through our official mail info@researchfoundationofindia.com and our website. You can visit www.researchfoundationofindia.com. Thanks for your patience. Thank you again. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was just wonderful. And I would like to quote you one line where you mentioned action in one area will affect outcome of the other area, which is very rightly said. And this is why we have these sustainable development goals, and we have created 17 sustainable development goals, which is going to help us. So I'm sure Supriya ma'am is waiting for the signature gesture. This
Yes,
is our
ma'am.
signature gesture.
Yes, I'm
Thank
giving
you.
you a, yeah, I'm giving you a spotlight, sir. Just wait a minute. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir,
Thank you.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Yes.
Thank
And
you.
yes,
Thank you.
actually, last year in a 2021 Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit, we have a very good collaboration with the Research Foundation of India. And now, sir, just because of you, again in a Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2022, again we have collaboration with the Research Foundation of India. Thank you very much, sir, for your warm wishes and for your address, sir. Thank you, sir. So now, without wasting time, here I would like to request Durgesh Satpathy, sir, the principal of Imperial College, Odisha, for providing his address, sir, on the Sustainable Development Goal 9, Innovation and Infrastructure. So Durgesh, sir, now the whole stage is yours.
Good morning, ma'am. My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all based on the time zone. And today, like, we have a very beautiful topic, that is SDG 9, that is industry innovations and infrastructure. So there are 17 sustainable development goals, as we have 17 days to discuss on this platform. But if you talk about innovations are solutions for everything. And I personally believe that everything is possible with creativity and innovations. I think all of you must be agree with this statement, what I believe. And in this regard, I would like to share some of the creativity that various industries people are doing to match the 17 SDG. So the first one is, if you look into this creations of Canterley, it's a simple solutions to a big problem. So a shoe that expands 5 sizes and lasts for years, created for kids living in poverty, but the poverty is very high. These simple innovations can solve their purpose. Secondly, if you look into the second SDG of SDG goals, this is an innovative initiatives by OLIO. It's a food sharing app based in the UK that allows people and local businesses to post food items basically, so that when it is nearby the best buy or sell by date for other people to pick up. So this is a great initiative, again a very good innovations and where more than 1 million people have joined and contributing towards the societies. This is again another example of innovations. Secondly, if I look innovations with the third SDG, that is good health and well-being. In specifically in rural India, thousands of women are estimated to have iron deficiencies. This has been linked to like diseases like breast cancers, breast diseases, and pregnancy complications. So this life-saving dot and iodine-rich variations on a traditional bindi, what the Indian women used to like carry this in bindi. So it is helping a lot of rural Indian women. If you talk about the cost factor, it hardly costs to 10 rupees for a packet of 30 bindi. So this is again another innovations what the industries people are doing. And as per the SDG 4 is concerned, there is 40 innovations here. I would like to highlight a mobile where more than 1 lakh poor children are getting benefited in cities like Pune and Mumbai. So what innovations cannot do? There are a lot of examples, like if you take gender equality is concerns. In India, there are initiatives like Pink Booth, where women actively participate and go for voting. So this is one of the wonderful initiatives by Indian governments, where they are attracting women to come in a separate booth and go for voting. Another innovations, if you take the SDG 6, that is clean water and sanitations, life straw is one of the most beautiful concept created. So if you look into the world scenario, around 783 million people, or you can say 11% of the world populations are having lack of proper drinking water. So this kind of initiatives can always be helpful to achieve all our SDG goals. Further, if you take the example of like solar roofing systems, the solar roofing system is replacing the normal traditional roofing systems, and Indian government is giving a lot of subsidies for solar panels. If you talk about clean energy, affordable energy, so this can be a very good alternatives to our affordable energy systems. Then further, I would like to highlight SDG 8, that is decent work and economic growth. If we talk about the past few years, employment opportunities in India is there is a growth because of startups. People are coming with new innovations and they are providing employment opportunities. So everything and anything can be achievable with the help of innovations. As far as the other SDGs are concerned, I'm not highlighting here because in the next 8 days, other speakers will be like discussing on those areas. So I'll not highlight those things. Basically, I would like to highlight what innovations can do in troubled times. Like there is a war between Russia and Ukraine, and if you look into this markets here, as the food supply is concerned, gas is concerned, oil is concerned. So, as per the statistics is concerned, if you talk about Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, they produce about 25% of the world wheat, 20% of the corn, or 75% of the sunflower. So there is a time the food tech and supply chain companies come together and they will create some innovations. If I talk about an example, fertilizer made from ammonium nitrate here, ammonia is there, is a byproduct of natural gas. Since sanctions are there on Russia, fertilizer prices are increasing. So if you take an example of Cropex, the company Cropex is helping the farmer by providing digital information so that they can reduce the use of fertilizers. So this is again a digital innovations what innovators are coming with and helping the societies. So this is what in troubled times what we can do with the help of innovations. But if you look into the broader picture of the society, where we are as far as the SDG is concerned, here I have highlighted the SDG 9. You can get it in the website. So India is in the red zone, and if you look into the entire globe as a whole, nothing much developed as far as the top level of the SDG. As you know, there are three layers of SDG, and SDG 9 is one of the first layer. So in the first layer, a lot of works need to be done. Like as far as the country, you can see here UK or Sweden, they are in the green zone. But major of portions of the world is in the red zone. So a lot of things need to be done. And as far as this initiative is concerned, so I would gossip. This is one of the wonderful initiatives where you are like meeting. We are trying to convert these red zones into green zones. So suggestions are there, and for inspiration, there are a lot of innovations are there. But I would like to address threefold approach to furthering Agenda 2030. What the objective of SDG, the mission of SDG. Three things that we can do is awareness, responsibility, and actions. As far as awareness is concerned, like communities, associations like Gossip are coming forward to create awareness. Till the time people will not be aware of what they have to do, how these negative things are affecting the societies, they will be able to understand. So awareness is necessary. Secondly, responsibility. So there must be developing attitudes and ethical leadership. What Indian government is continuously focusing on Swachh Bharat mission. So to meet the SDG goals, our the SDG ranking is increasing. Currently, we are in 120 again, but the rank is increasing day by day. As per one, the awareness, and second one is the responsibility, and the third pillar is the actions. Along with the responsibility, we need to focus on practical tools, focus on experiences, and focus on skills. And this is a very good platform where we are talking about innovative practices, where we are sharing knowledge so that other persons can apply those things and implement in their regions. So basically, this is my submissions to witty gossips, and all the references. If somebody was to like go through, I will share this PPT so that everybody can take benefit from this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Durgesh sir. Thank you very much. Sir, first of all, your presentation is wonderful, full of thoughts, and definitely we will love to share this presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So now I'm giving you a spotlight. So would you like to do this gesture, sir?
Yes, you will.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And here I would like to mention that Imperial College is one of the one of the our knowledge associates for the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Durgesh sir, and thank you, Haripriya Sahu ma'am, for all your efforts from the Imperial College to make this summit a grand success. Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
Thank you to entire team of witty gossip, and thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's a turn to move ahead. I would like to request Rania Lampu from the Ministry of Education and Religious Affairs, Greece. She is a very great, I can say that, global educator and awardee of the many national and international awards. So Rania Lampu, without wasting time, can we start with your presentation?
Good morning. I'm very, very happy and pleasure to be present today at this so significant conference on Sustainable Development Goals, the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2022. And I would like to extend my warm congratulations to Witty Gossip Association, to Oriental University for the organization of this great event, and of course to Dr. Supriya Pathak for her always kind invitation. So today we'll present the entrepreneurial and innovation ecosystems for SDG, how it's important to see an overview of recent developments in business and entrepreneurship, as well as best practices and measures taken to support entrepreneurship at the national and international levels, including in response to the challenges posed by the COVID pandemic. So the role of social, inclusive, green, digital, and circular entrepreneurship in the post-COVID context, and with regard to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, will be explored. So will share now my presentation. Is it visible now?
Dear, your screen has started sharing. Yes, now it's visible. Perfectly, perfectly.
Okay. Can you see also the change of slides?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes an ecosystem to scale innovation. The innovation ecosystem is the network of institutions in the public and private sectors whose activities, interaction, initiate, import, modify, and diffuse new technologies. So nurturing and scaling innovation requires the support of a robust innovation ecosystem. The influence, of course, of national education systems, industrial relations, technical and scientific institutions, government policies, cultural traditions, private sector institutions, and many other national institutions is fundamental to harness innovation. As the global economy is going through a turbulent and formative period, the role of entrepreneurship is inclusive and sustainable development, as enshrined in the 2030 Agenda, has become even stronger. So in the resolution, here we can see of the General Assembly in 2018 of the United Nations, the General Assembly recognized the important contribution entrepreneurship makes to sustainable development by creating jobs, by driving growth and innovation, improving social conditions, and addressing social and environmental challenges in the context of 2030 Agenda. So what we need actually is a comprehensive, a holistic approach to entrepreneurship that includes long-term and cross-sectoral policies and strategies. And this resolution remains highly relevant in guiding policy response and recovery measures to address the impact, of course, of the COVID pandemic on the development of entrepreneurship and companies. So the world's development challenges can also present business opportunities for social innovation, because entrepreneurship can be an important driver, enabler, and empowering tool for sustainable development, and especially social entrepreneurship. Why? Because social entrepreneurs are those who aim to explore market opportunities and at the same time to create new sustainable solutions for economic, social, and environmental challenges. Therefore, they are seen as problem solvers in the areas covered by the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So micro, small, and medium-sized companies constitute the backbone of the global economy, accounting for over 2/3 of employment globally, and 80 to 90% of employment in low-income countries. So we know that have extreme losses that are affecting every nation, every sector of industry. There are many people who are without jobs, who are looking, will continue to look for entrepreneurship and opportunities. And at the same time, all these motivations of entrepreneurs and companies can be leveraged to tackle the world's problems while helping to implement the Sustainable Development Goals, especially in underperforming sectors and in social recovery. So the role of entrepreneurship has become even more critical than ever before. It will be among the priority policy measures of member states during post-recovery and beyond. The apprenticeship has globally remained a formidable form of employment. However, we can see how COVID pandemic has slowed down entry into the apprenticeship of business applications, down by 40% in some countries, and how these companies have suffered from severe revenue loss. According to the National Labour Organization, between 5 and 25 million jobs will be lost, and there will be a very drop in labour income. So far, what about progress? While progress has been made in recent years towards promoting the entrepreneurship policies and strengthening the competitiveness of enterprises, the COVID pandemic has not only caused a significant adverse impact on that process, but also exposed and deepened pre-crisis fragilities in the entrepreneurship ecosystem and all the enterprise sector. However, pandemic also provides an unprecedented opportunity to emerge with a better and more efficient set of policies and measures to promote entrepreneurship with a good building entrepreneurial environment. So, for instance, when the pandemic started, governments first responded with short-term policies, including tax reliefs, extensions of loan guarantees, direct grants, and subsidies. And for longer-term strategies, governments are also implementing structural policies to support in adopting digital technologies in order to expand their market reach. So I have seen that a set also of online tools have been developed to promote entrepreneurship, and we talk about a comprehensive approach. Environmental and social performance is most going to replace what we call what was in the past the financial aspect of entrepreneurship. So in the past, we would try to measure the company's performance only on financial terms, but now we talk about social, inclusive, environmental, social performance of a company. So we need a comprehensive approach, so with no financial aspects and elements of social responsibility. Here we can see what happened so far with how we can foster actual innovation entrepreneurship in the post-COVID era. We have seen the progress, so we can see how it's important to formulate national entrepreneurship strategies. For instance, we have seen how member states have adopted comprehensive entrepreneurship policies following an integrated approach, building on links between regulations, education, technology, innovation, finance, and marketplaces. Malaysia has launched, for instance, the National Entrepreneurship Policy 2030 to develop an inclusive and competitive entrepreneurial ecosystem. How Ghana also has introduced the National Entrepreneurship Innovation Program to provide integrated national support for startups. How it's important to enhance entrepreneurship education, entrepreneurial skills, both hard and skill, are strong predictors of entering into entrepreneurship irrespective of the level of education, especially in developing countries. So effective entrepreneurship policy, education policy programs are needed, informal and informal education, to help prospective entrepreneurs to accumulate skills and competencies. And this is particularly important in the fourth industrial revolution, in which innovative entrepreneurs play a key role in creating and using frontier technology for sustainable development. For instance, we can mention how Egypt and Madagascar have introduced entrepreneurship curriculum and technical education at the secondary level. Training entrepreneurship skills has increasingly targeted people also from vulnerable groups, including women, young people, migrants, and refugees. I think in Europe also, there are many countries that have adopted entrepreneurship in the curriculum of the primary and secondary education. Very important technology, because the COVID pandemic has highlighted the importance of accelerating the adoption of digital technologies by entrepreneurs, and not only to strengthen their resilience, but also to find solutions to stop the outbreak. So innovative entrepreneurship remained remarkably low, we have seen, but countries have started to invest in digitalization, and we have seen how, in response to the COVID pandemic, hackathons have been organized, for instance, in Finland, in Latvia, and Poland, to to innovate novel solutions. Improving access to finance, because the severe consequences of the COVID pandemic entrepreneurs have prompted member states to quickly provide financial support through credit guarantee schemes, grants, debt moratoriums, bridge loans, and alternative finance schemes. Digital finance solutions are also introduced to keep these companies afloat. Improving access to market, because the majority of entrepreneurs before the pandemic didn't participate in international trade and had the difficulty reaching national markets. So now with the COVID pandemic, entrepreneurs are increasingly moving their content online to platforms in search of new sales channels. So we have seen how many countries, 35% of small, medium-sized enterprises have begun or increased the online business activity during the pandemic. And of course, we're talking about how awareness raising network is important, because programs that target startups are increasingly setting up online platforms that raise awareness, that foster networking among peers, and improve access to relevant and up-to-date information for entrepreneurs. We talk about inclusive entrepreneurship, because we have seen how vulnerable groups have been hit the hardest by the pandemic, how migrant and refugee workers, how women are hit hard. So social entrepreneurship plays an important role in promoting inclusive growth and sustainable development. The work of social innovators, entrepreneurs, which include providing educational technologies, e-health services, for the most vulnerable in developing community tracing initiatives, has been even more critical during the COVID pandemic. And member states have also advanced in developing national inclusive business strategies. Promoting green entrepreneurship initiatives are also placed to incentivize entrepreneurship towards innovative, green, resilient, circular, and inclusive solutions. We can mention how Jordan puts greater focus on green finance. Or Indonesia has announced that it will cut its marine plastic waste by 70% within 5 years and become plastic pollution free by 2040. As I said before, we talk about this comprehensive approach, because now the concept of performance has evolved to a comprehensive approach, including financial and non-financial aspects. We talk about corporate social responsibility, where organizations serve the interest of society by taking responsibility for the impacts of their activities on customers, on employees, on shareholders, on communities. We talk about non-financial performance, so the social balance sheet, which actually is a tool which provides objectives for information on the social objectives and compare the results with existing needs, and helps develop transparency in the company. Also we talk about environmental sheet and the cultural aspect. Cultural aspects are assumed to shape the environment in which business is conducted. Finally, we talk also about the notion of sustainable consumption, which is actually focused on the use of services that respond to basic needs and bring a better quality of life, while minimizing the use of natural resources and toxic materials. This notion is the consumption pattern of the individual, emphasizes on improving quality of life rather than a materialistic outlook, and also provides the insights that sustainable consumption subjects for practicing a wise consumption habit in which individuals need to consider the post-consumption consequences for the present and the future. Of course, for all this, we need an entrepreneurship ecosystem, the collaboration of all stakeholders, institutions, incubators, government, etc. And what I'm trying to do, we talk about all these new trends: digital, green entrepreneurship, social, inclusive, circular. I am the CEO of a Greek astronomy space company, and we try to organize many activities for free for vulnerable groups all around the world. Astronomy lectures and many events and workshops for kids and adults all around the world. So we focus on this social aspect on business. And refugees.
Rania,
Yes, yes.
Rania, please.
Finishing now.
Yes. Rania, please go through the previous slide where your logo is situated. I would like to capture the screenshot.
This one?
Yes. No, your company's logo. Yes, this one. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great. Please continue.
We're focusing on the social part, so we're organizing a lot of social activities for the privileged and vulnerable groups all around the world. Refugees for students with special education needs. For all this project, I was selected among top 10 women entrepreneurs 2021 featuring Fortune, and also I'm also the country director of Women Engineering, where we're trying to form a group of volunteers, women volunteers, who will help women and girls in STEM. So we have already started a series of online courses for women in Africa and Asia, and for this project I have received over 130 awards. Thank you very much for your attention. And of course, for any question, I am at your disposal.
Thank you, Rania. It was just wonderful to hear you, and the way you are taking these as a social initiative, it is actually applaudable. So let's all give a huge round of applause to Rania. And I would even request you to do a signature gesture so that we can capture you. Please do us. Will it be okay with you? Yeah, thank you so much. Supriya ma'am, it's your turn to capture. Yeah, so it was just an amazing to hear you, and thank you so much. Beautifully you smile at the beautiful work you do. So it all goes in sync, and now I understand that how your face glows so much. It is all the power of work you are doing and the knowledge you are spreading in the world. It is just an amazing. So thank you so much. And now it's time to welcome Christiana Skeller, and she is from Croatia, Mechanical Technical Vocal School first ranking, where she is dealing with. So I would request Christiana to please throw your words of knowledge, though we have been hearing from you, but yes, today it will be something different. So I welcome you.
Thank you to Witty Gossip. Thank you to beautiful team of the Witty Gossip, Shilpi and Dr. Supriya. Thank you for this opportunity. And I will say something about connecting Education 4.0 for Industry 4.0. And today, I want to say how it's important to us as educator and teachers and mentors, how to important to prepare the students for the industry 4.0. And because of that, I will start to see what is the industry before. Industry 0 is manufacturing, mechanization. Okay, we have the old school. We teach them to numbers, to read something. We have mass production in Industry 2, and because of that, we have new education with skills and competencies. We have the Industry 3 that is in last century. Automated production using electronics and PLC and IT system and robotics, and it's important to bring the transistors in there. And because of that, we have a lot of new simulation in that education parts. And now when we have Industry 4.0, we have we didn't prepare our students for this pandemic. We didn't prepare the teachers, and we have a lot of holes in that education online. And now, after 2 years in pandemic, in online, we have a lot of problem with students, with social problems, healthy problems, and education is on the third steps. And because of that, we must something change in education for Industry 4.0. 4.0. You will see the same power we have: turbine of the steam, electricity on the air, wireless, we have transistors, and we have optical cable for internet. But what we change in education for employees, you see, sorry, you see there, the Dargesh Sapati before us said, I believe everything is possible with creativity and innovation. That is important. We must not just use the technology, we must change something in how prepare the employees, how make healthy employees, and healthy students make healthy employees. And we must change something with some steps. And wait a minute, where is, okay. Yes, we must prepare the students as a global citizen skills with innovation and creativity skills, technology skills, interpersonal skills, personal self-paced, wait a minute, safe-paced learning, accessible and inclusive learning, problem-based and collaborative learning, lifelong and students driving learning. All these we must to make together, because Ranjit Bhaskar said quality culture and happy employees make growing companies and developing organization. Because of that, we must connecting that, and we must make something like this. Something like this. Target 9B said, support domestic technology development, research and innovation in developing countries. Indicators is proportion of medium and high-tech industry value added in the total value added. Somebody said that lots of people doesn't have internet connection, and that is everything of the stakes. What we must improve as a teacher, as a mentor, as the guider to students to the market. And we in high school, in secondary school, in technical school, vocational school, we connecting target and the market and the school, and future employee skills and knowledge. And because of that, we must improve something. All these skills in this circle, we must make in new employees. We must, as the educator, prepare a good developing employees. And wait a minute, Dargesh Sarpati said, practical tools, experience, and skill to drive and intersect sustainable development. We must prepare all these for the good employees, happy employees, creativity and innovator employees. And Jack Ma, as a founder Alibaba, said, the brain will be replaced by machine, but machine can never replace your heart. Inspire students, trust students, believe in students, enable them. And my students prepared the didactical models for mathematics. They made models for projects. They made they connecting the new technologies with laser 3D printing, etc. They made the tools for clay and something else. For cookies, they developing and innovating the tools for manufacturing products, and that is connecting very young students. You can connect with the new technologies, with the new the high-tech manufacturings, and they make the new products. They develop innovations in the younger, much in primary school, in secondary school, and we make strong self-control, very strong skills that can go to market and developing the organization and the factory culture. And if they are happy in school, they will be happy with that new skills at organization and the factory. We must make innovative products and technologies to the entrepreneurship. My students participate in industrial design technology last year in the summer, and as a 15 years old, and we made a lots of good connection, and we developed 5 days workshop, prepare and make online available to innovative products and technologies, industrial design, innovative prototype, achieving success through innovation. And we developed, my students and me developed that for sharing to others. And what we as educators must make. In industry 4.0, we have flexible production line. We have online quality control. Workers monitor automation, custom products, system engineering, long life learning. And what we must have in the school, as a teacher, as a mentors, we must make tailor-made learning path, formative assessment, teacher become mentors, divergency and pluralism. Education is the goal and continuous teachers training. And that is important. If we don't change, the employees doesn't prepare for the new technologies, for innovation, for creativity, etc. And from now on, all jobs will require advanced technical skills, not just robotics and manufacturing. And what I want to share more, in all fields, from pharmaceutic as a dean, pharmacy Natesh Jain, from that part, from civil engineer, from human service, natural resource agriculture, business management, art and communication, health and service. All that area, we must change the educators who prepare the new employees. And if we have flexible production line, you see this picture, the employees are changing. Some day are working in the one corner, next day will working in the next corner. Just in that pandemic area, they must circulate in that area of worker. And if we know as a teacher that we must change the role of and the tailoring made tailoring path of the learning of our student. We must change the role in our learning path. And that is important to prepare our students for this role in the factory. And if we have online quality control, always the worker have in the lots of online control. What is the made good and what is not good. And if we must prepare always in each day, in each week, formative assessment, how they grow, what is the wrong, what can be changed. And we have a lots of tools, online tools as a teachers to give the formative assessment. Timely feedback, personalized feedback, specific feedback, engage the students, and etc. Sorry. And we have a lots of assessment sheet for the students to read what can be improved. Yes, improved. And if we have workers monitor and automation, we have everything on the screen on our mobile sources, and worker can check in each second. He can check what is the wrong, and he must read everything, and he must be friendly with that. And we must make. We have at our neighborhood and our school and our home, we have a lot of sensor, lots of information control our neighborhood, and we must prepare as a teacher our student how can be like this. You see, the student must control himself by mobile devices, how he grows and how he can improve their skills and knowledge. And the teacher must be the new rule, the mentor rule, not only the teacher. You see, the teacher only teach in the classroom. We must transform to soft mentoring like this. And custom products as industrial design technologies, we must make something different, not just user interface like this glass bottle. We must, our products made by user experience, and that is important because a lot of difference of the users we have, and we have inclusive, we have children, we have elder in the hospital, we have in some different area, we have the users, and because of that, we must make the custom products by user experience. And this is important to teach our students the divergence and pluralism like this. And we have in the industry system engineering, all this made by the engineering, by the numbers, by the calculators, and we collecting all this and improve our softwares. And we have a lot of steps by this, but our students and our employees didn't prepare for that. And we must make for with them care planning, what they need, what is the learning path, and when they change the sources of the learning, and what is the qualification, when he will check what he do, he must make, and then define the goals. And that is the connecting with system engineering at the market. And we tailoring our learning path with the students as individuality. And we have individuality education plan. What is they need, what they want to go, our students on the market and in the life. And purpose of education, it must be first knowledge, then values, gender equality, what is the future, what is the long life learning, and no discrimination in any level. And lifelong learning, we have at the market and in the organization, in the factory, we have our worker who must each day, each month, something learn new, and we as the teacher must change it. The worker in the factory, the teacher in the school, and our future workers as students must change. And because of that, we must all developing these skills each day, each month, each year. And promoting the lifelong learning skills in the school by the teacher to present to the students and to future workers. This is the steps of the learning of the teacher. And the end for Industry 4.0, we must change our requirements with education. And the new learning path, you see, not just the teaching in the school, we use the books, blogs, podcasts, courses, but the going in the factory, simulation, etc. We have the formative assessment. We have not teaching to, we must change to mentoring, and we must making the user experience and custom products We must make for our students and future workers individualization education plan. What is his goal? Not our goals, not our curriculum, the personalized curriculum, and we must change our learning path as a teacher. My mission is making lots of events, lots of it, maybe 10 with 15 workshops in one small school, one small area, and we developing all these skills to be global citizenships, innovation and creativity, technology, interpersonal, to communication, to exchange the knowledge, personalized and self-paced learning, accessible and inclusive learning, problem-based and collaborative learning, lifelong and student-driven learning. And that is important for target 9B, support domestical technology development, etc., because we must prepare good workers. And in the Monday before 5 days, we made the one workshop for primary schools, explore the space, but that is not only the lecture, that was the workshop with the hands, the making the new skills, the developing the communication to others in small group in classes with mentoring volunteers, etc. And we are traveling with that workshop around the primary schools and maker fairs, etc. And because of that, we developing in the field the practical workshop we made. This is our workshop and what we are made last 5 years. Lots of public workshop to educate the public to prepare for new skills, with new technologies, with new surrounding with new technologies. How you bring the new technologies with yourself, with reading, with share that knowledge with others. That is the skills, because in that pandemic 2 years lockdown, our students doesn't speak fluently, doesn't read books. They close in at home. They have anxieties, they have depressions, they have suicide, and we must mention that the communication with our students is most important, because if we don't develop the skills of soft skills, communication and social skills, we will have a lot of problem with workers at the factory, and that is problem. We must make happy workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Christiana. And it was just an awesome, awesome, awesome presentation, full of knowledge, and the way you have associated industry and education, that is actually the need of the hour. So it was so good, but I'm too young and wise to comment on a presentation. So I would request Ms. Nada Ratkovic if she can comment and if she can give her some inputs. And before that, Christiana, I would like if you can please do a signature gesture. Will it be okay with you? Yeah, so I am clicking your screenshot. Thank you so much. It's done. Thank you. So yes, now I would like to hear comment on the presentation, and from none other than our very own Nada Ratkovic. So she is here and she can talk about the presentation. I hope you're able to unmute yourself. Yes, you can.
Thank you. Yes, I'm really proud to say a few words for Christina, because Christina is amazing. In my country, I can say free, there are not a lot of women working like Christina. Christina is everywhere. Christina show us here today only one small part of her work. Workshops, high-end technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, all is included in her work. Like a woman, like a mechanical engineer, like a professor, educator, she is developing all that skills she saw us at big and all this I can say the innovative ways, because her hours are not theoretical. Our students today don't need theory only. They need to brush their skills. They need to know to work with hands. Today we have a lot of we can say nobody is producing. Christine work cabinet in school is a production place where her students are doing a product design. As she said, Industry 4, who is in Croatia, and not only in Croatia, making Industry 4 with the students, Kristina Škaler. So I can talk whole day about Kristina because I'm really proud of her, and she is an example of a professor who is giving to the students this for industry, because industry engineering is very hard. Not a lot of women are working in that field, and this workshops she said before a few days she had explored the space. Now I'm sure that for a few days in Croatia is coming the days of vocational teacher, and I'm sure that Kristina will show to all vocational teachers the new things, the new innovations, what she is doing, and that she will inspire and motivate others, because we still have many professors who are not working on the practice in the cabinets with the students.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm sure this is the time when vocational teaching shall be taken in, a curriculum, and that shall be the part of each of the curriculum. And teachers like Christina is like really important. And I truly believe when I talk about this thing that distribution of subjects shall not be there. Rather, each student shall be given this opportunity to explore each subject so that they can work on their skills. Awesome. Thank you so much for such valuable piece of information. Thank you. So now I would like to call upon Lucky Daftuar from India, and who is even work planning, who is even the CEO and founder of planmytrainings.com. So I welcome Lucky Daftuar, and I would definitely like Rania, because she has been working on such things, to comment for Lucky. So I'm intimating it well in advance that Lucky, now you are being observed by everybody, of course, but then we'll be having specific comments of Rania for that. So yes, let's start with Lucky Daftuar. I welcome you warmly. Now the stage is all yours. Lucky, we cannot hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are absolutely. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shilpi. Thank you, everyone. A very good morning, very good afternoon, and a very good evening to all esteemed guests here. And I would like to thank Dr. Supriya, Ms. Shilpi, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this subject. A very warm namaste from India to all of you. So the topic of this goal number 9 is to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. A lot of emphasis is being given to industrialization, to innovation, to industrialization, to infrastructure, all these things. A lot of emphasis is being given. And it was lovely to hear from esteemed speakers and academicians here about the emphasis on environment, about emphasis on social aspects of innovations. Industry 4.0 was spoken by Christina, and I love that aspect, that a lot of emphasis is being given on the UX and AI, all those aspects. Great innovations are happening. But I want to ask a question here. How much emphasis is being given on sustainability and inclusiveness? Resilience, yes, a lot of emphasis is being given on bringing about resilient products. We have such great resilient products like, let's say, the example of plastic. It is there with us for years and it stays with us for years. It was a great innovation. It helped us human beings a lot. It made our life much, much easier. Every corner of our house, we see an item of plastic. Anything that we want, which is cheaper, which is long lasting, which looks good from outside, is made up of mostly plastic. But how inclusive this innovation has been. By inclusiveness, I mean not only inclusivity of various aspects of human needs, also about inclusiveness of requirements or the needs of other creatures on this planet. It helps individuals, humans a lot, but has it helped creatures in ocean? Has it helped creatures on the mountains? Has it helped other organisms on this earth? Mother Earth needs our greater emphasis and attention to inclusivity of all the creatures of this planet. I'm not a great scientist. I'm not a scientist, in fact. I am linked to academics, and as a common individual, a common person, I want to bring forward my thought about bringing the awareness of inclusivity of other creatures on the planet in your innovations. When I see the repercussions of such innovation like plastic or these things which leaves footprints on global requirements, then I feel instinctively refrain from promoting the career of scientists in young people. I feel that what good will it bring? We are developing so much, but is planet Earth also developing? Mother Earth needs our attention about inclusivity of other creatures on this planet. And I would like to call upon the academicians and speakers, leaders on this platform today to inculcate this aspect in your students. We talk about Industry 4.1, and that's wonderful. Let's now talk about Industry 5.0. I'm sorry, we talk about Industry 4.0. Now let's talk about Industry 5.0, where a greater emphasis is done on planet Earth. We talk a lot about quality. We talk a lot about various innovative ways, about AI, all those things. Let's bring much, much more emphasis on inclusiveness of other creatures of this planet. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucky, for highlighting a very, very important point where we talk about sustainable and green economic development. And it is really important to go ahead in future, because yes, sustainability is one of the things which is related to our economic growth also, and our environment is even important for us. So let's talk on all these things. And yes, now I would like to first, before that, I would like to have your signature gesture so that I can click you beautifully. Thank you. And by the way, you're looking beautiful today. And now I will like to invite Rania Lompu to give your opinion on your this thing, or add on few words of knowledge from her side. Can I hear from Rania? Can you unmute yourself? Yes, now you're unmuted. Please go ahead.
I have a technical issue. I can't have a technical issue. I will rejoin. Sorry.
Okay, so can I hear something from Christina?
Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm really don't want today to be such a negative and to prepare a negative presentation. I am with Lucky 100% because we as an engineer, we must standing what we produce. That is my other lovely subject. As an engineer, what we produce, we must thinking what mining, how we mining the sources, the energy, how we destroy the nature when we take from nature our sources. And after that, we produce something and we sell that as an engineer. And we make products who is the pollution, who made pollution on earth. And that is engineering, not just produce something. We must thinking before how we take the sources from the nature and be in good quality with the nature. In our area, the states Serbia, they have 3 months boycott of the parliament and etc. because they don't wanted mining of the lithium in that area. Because if you mining the lithium from the earth, you washing the earth, etc. There are beautiful land, Serbia, lots of green, lots of fresh water, lots of clean water, not pollution. And they want the Chinese people and the Serbian parliament want the mining there. And because of that, they stop the project. They don't go further. And we must protect as an engineer, what is the better solution, lithium battery or something new or something better? And that is my other subject. As an engineer, I didn't want to make that point in my presentation, but thank you, Lucky. Thank you for this, because we as an engineer in industry, innovation and infrastructure, we must think about how we take from the earth sources and how we circular economy and recycle, upcycle, and not to make pollution in the on the earth. That is important in this subject. Thank you, Lucky, for pointing to be inclusive with nature.
Awesome. So that's amazing. So engineers, they don't work only front end, they even work backwards. So this is the learning of the day, which is an awesome thing. So let's go ahead with the next speaker of the day, Mr. Kapil Thapa from Nagaland, Dimapur. I hope you're here.
All right. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. I'm just pinning you, sir. I'm just pinning you. So yes, you may go ahead. Stage is all yours. Okay. And we have been waiting for your presentation. So it's your turn now.
Okay, all right. So very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from my end. And in the local language from Nagaland, I would like to say Bala Sena. So yeah, so this is how it goes about. My name is Kapil Thapa. I am basically a mechanical engineer. And then by profession, I'm a mechanical engineer, but right now I'm working in the, bi-directional field, that is agriculture and mechanical engineering. I'm trying to collaborate these two things together. And I'm working in a way, as Ma'am Christina told, I'm trying to create a circular economy. So before we move further into that, I would just like to go further with my presentation, and also I would like to thank the team Witty Gossips and also Dr. Prabhakar from my end for inviting me to speak on this topic in this event. Thank you very much. So I will just move in with the presentation further. Okay, is my okay? Is my screen visible?
Yes, now it is.
Okay.
You can do the slideshow if it's possible.
Yes, sure. Yes. All right. So I think this is struggling me. Anyways, yeah. So this is basically, I'm the CEO of Anki Industries Private Limited, which is a startup from the easternmost part of India, which is also technologically and in most aspects, one of the most left out region in the country. And also we have been not able to connect with the outer world that much. So the idea of the startups came into the Northeastern scenario only a year or two back. And we are working together to build a circular economy with the help of the waste banana pseudo stem. Now, when I was given an opportunity to talk about the ninth goal of the Sustainable Development Goals, I could just relate to just one thing, and that was it is just about to ensure that no one is left behind. It has three main pillars, that is your industrialization, infrastructure, and the innovation. And then what I understand from my point of view is that all these three things should go hand in hand and in such a way that if one nation is able to secure something in some area, the other nations should also be able to get the benefit of it at a like equitable rate, and also it should be affordable to all. So in simple terms, we can assume that the development should happen in all the developed and developing nations also, and nobody should be left behind. Now, as we move further, if we see, so what is the Sustainable Development Goal 9? What it is actually about, and what is the importance to achieve it, and how like countries are benefiting to it, and how we as young people can help in achieving these goals and all. Now, if you look further, the Sustainable Development Goal 9 talks about supporting the economic development and the well-being of human beings all around the world in such a way that it is, the focus should be, it should be affordable, and also it should be equitable. So it is a call to all the nations for an action to end poverty, protect the planet, and to ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. Now, if we go into the facts, if we talk about the Asia Pacific scenario, what we could see is that if it comes to industrialization or infrastructure or innovation, in all these three main pillars of the SDG 9, the Asia Pacific region has been performing quite well, but also it has not reached the potential of the world average. Like when it comes to industrialization, it shows that like even though like we have the the largest three economies of the like Asia Pacific region, but it has remained stagnant. The manufacturing area has remained stagnant, and it is well below the world average. And if we talk about the infrastructure development, although there has been a decline in the carbon dioxide emissions by 25% over the last 2 decades, but still it is way above the world average. And if we talk about the innovation sectors, we could see that these like economies like are not willing to invest more into the research and development area. Now, how can we actually actually make these goals successful? How do we adapt it into our ecosystem? Generally, me being from a region like Nagaland, which is like the easternmost part of India, one is one very prominent example is that the network connectivity over here, the internet connectivity that we have over here is extremely pathetic. We have to be, going to the rooftops of our house to get some internet connection, or sometimes if we move from one point to the other point, we lose our internet connections or even our mobile networks completely. So that is how like things go around in here. So now the goal of the ninth goal of the SDG is to make sure that there's a universal access to information and communications technology, the financial services which are there existing in multiple countries, they link up together so that there is an ease of transactions and all, and everybody can be onboarded to it. Now, a recent example is that the UPI payments, which is like an idea from India, has been like recently transferred to Nepal. So Nepal is the first country in the world which has taken the benefit of the UPI payments, which enables like financial transactions within the comfort of our homes. Now, what is the importance of achieving the ninth goal of the SDG? So now the ninth goal of the SDG, as we know, that it focuses on the upgradation of industries, infrastructure, and innovation. So all these things will lead to a better or a good life for all the human beings around the world. It will ensure that all the nations around the world have access to technology, resources, and like basic necessities like water and electricity. And also it promotes, when we promote like industrialization in developing countries and all, it ensures that there is a job stability for people, which automatically relates to a better or a good life for the people. Now, if we look into some of the activities which have been taken up by many governments across the world, which they are helping the developing nations. One such is Germany, where they are like promoting like developing countries by helping them through technological needs and all, to financial needs, to technical support they are giving them, so that these countries come out and then enjoy the benefits of the already like developed nations. So, and also, we must also think about it. What are we actually doing things which will facilitate the implementation of the ninth goal of the SDG perfectly, or are we hindering the growth of the ninth goal of the SDG? Now, generally what happens is that most of the people, they want to innovate. Most of the people, they want to go ahead. Most of the companies, they want to go ahead with their products now, but most of them are not able to do it, because most of the companies, they believe in staying in the comfort zones of their products, whichever they have, and then they do not want to innovate it further, because they know that if they want to go for innovation, it involves a lot of research and development, and also incurs a lot of cost for them. So they generally stay away from it. And some people, they have the ideas, but they don't have the money to go ahead with it. So we must find ways to help these kind of people and also the organization to bring into more innovations of their like products and all, whether it be in manufacturing or in automobile or any kind of sector. Now, if you look into the automobile industry in India, it has been constant. Now, there are no such innovative products and all, apart from aesthetic developments and all. Whereas the countries, the European countries and also the Western countries and all, they are developing rapidly with the incorporation of new and innovative technologies, making lives safer and also the transport medium safer for people. Now, how we as young people can help in the proper implement or to achieve the ninth goal of the SDG is that we young people, we are very smart enough. We have the age, we have the time to do a lot of research and development. So we must put our time into it and then find a solution for the problems which are existing around us, because there are multiple such problems which are around us, but we are unable to find the solution for such problems. Like when it comes to technology, we must ensure that technology is being disseminated in the younger population as much as possible, so that these people can definitely find new ways or the problems existing in the present technology and come out with a solution to it. Now, when I talk about all these things and all, I was reminded by Ma'am Christina about the circular economy, and I would like to talk about the things we are doing right now. So, Anki Industries Private Limited, we are a startup basically based in Dimapur, Nagaland, where we are trying to create a circular ecosystem. Let me just minimize this. Yeah, where we are trying to create a circular ecosystem by benefiting the Mother Earth. Now, how do we generally do that? Now, we know that the banana stem, banana tree can give fruit once in its lifetime, And then after that, the farmers, what they generally do is that they cut it off, and then they just do not know how to take care of their agricultural waste. Now, India is one of the top most produce countries which produces bananas. In the same way, it is also one of the topmost countries which produces waste due to bananas. Now, where do we utilize all this waste? Where do we put it? Farmers generally they do not know what to do. They dispose it off in the like land, in the water, anywhere they want it, because they're mostly concerned only with the fruit. So by the end of the day, what happens is that they end up, giving a trigger to a lot of pollutions, ranging from land pollution, air pollution, and water pollution. Because generally they dispose it off in the water or they burn it off. So we have brought a unique solution to it by using the banana stem. So what do we generally do is that we undertake these local population. We onboard these villagers and the villages along with the banana farmers. And then what we do is that we give them skill development training, wherein they are taught, how to properly plant the banana trees, and also how to, take care of it such that they will get good quality fruits and all. Now, after the plantation is done, they harvest the fruits. All the fruits, they take it along with them and they sell it off in the market. Now, after this fruit is harvested, it is a point of importance that the tree is waste. Now, the tree has to be chopped down for the next season, so that next year the tree can bear fruit again. So until and unless that is done, the tree cannot bear fruit again. So what they do is they chop off the stem and they dispose it of. Now that stem, we take it and we extract the fibers out of the stem. And then we have, started making a lot of products out of it. Now the first product, now I have classified into first degree, second degree, and then third degree product. Now the first degree product, it generally has the composite furniture, like wearing the beds, table, chairs, everything is made out of banana fiber composites. We're also working on engineering composites such that we are developing strengthening materials for pipelines for oil and gas industries or automobile body parts using banana fiber. And also we are developing a very strong, sustainable livelihood for the youths and then the villages around the vicinity. And also I should use the word, in contrast to the plastics which we are using right now, we are developing paper and paper bags out of the banana fiber, which are much more superior in their mechanical properties. Yes, it also has a property that it can self-extinguish itself, and it is completely biodegradable. Bags can be used and it can be it can be discarded off as a natural waste. Also, we are working with the textiles. This is what is happening. Now, in this way, we have impacted a lot of farmers, and also we have generated a lot of employment, direct or it might be indirect also, because their agricultural waste is being taken care by us for free. We also pay them for their agricultural waste, and we also guarantee them, a proper banana plantation and also the harvested fruit. So this is how the things are going on. Now, I would like to also highlight on some of the products and all which we have developed. Now, if we go into it, I'll just to show you sequence by sequence. Yeah. Now, yeah. So this is a paper bag made using banana fiber. So this bag has extremely good weight bearing capacities. It can hold even up to around 5 to 6 kilograms without tearing off, and it is self-extinguishable. Now this is how the youths from the villages now they collect the banana stem from the nearby farms and all. And this is the fiber which is extracted from the banana stem. And you must see this one. I think this thing looks very familiar to you. I think you could see a Honda logo, a Renault, a Mahindra, and even a Toyota logo in it. So all these things are like the handicraft products made by the people over here using banana fiber. And this is a coffee table which we had made using a banana fiber composites. Now we had also done some random load testings and all by lifting up some, like letting some people stand over it. And yes, this is basically me. Yeah, and also we did this random load testing by loading a motorcycle over it. So we are still in the research and development phase where we are trying to come up with proper strategies and all. Now, this is one village which we had onboarded from one of the districts of Nagaland, and these are the people who are working for us over there. So these people, they work over there for us. They go to the villages, to the farms, they extract the fibers and send it us to our local location where we process the fiber further for the like manufacturing of the items which I had mentioned earlier. Yeah. So this is the end to my. Okay, this is how we make the banana fiber composite. So we have the fiber, and then we have the resin over here, which we mix up in some proper ratio, and then we get the final product out of it. Now, this is the end to my presentation, and I would like to stop sharing my screen here. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much, Kapil. Means your presentation is really awesome. And I am giving you a spotlight. Please switch on your camera. Yes. Okay. That's very good. That's very good. Okay. Just hold on. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So I would like to request technical team, please make the co-host again, Rania Lampu ma'am. I would like to request again, technical team. Yes, here Rania Lampu is the co-host now. So Rania, in a chat box message, we can see lots of messages related to the Kapil Thapa sir presentation. Rania says, amazing presentation, Kapil sir. Actually, Christiana, enlightening products and making with banana fibers. Sir, even I am very much impressed because I like banana very much. I use the banana peel fertilizer in my kitchen garden. So means it's a very new thing for me that you are using a banana fibers for making the different kind of products. So thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful presentation, sir. So now, Rania, would you like to say something about the Kapil Thapa presentation?
I want to say that we see now how innovation is linked to a more comprehensive concept of these industries, entrepreneurship, business. How we talked about the circular, how digital, green, social, inclusive, a business concept is the need of the hour. And I'm really amazed of all this very very innovative products that we have seen in the presentation of Dr. Kapil. And this highlights the need of what we said before, the creation of circular economy through innovative products, services, or business models that could take risk, that could take advantage of new opportunities to create positive changes, minimizing the ecological and the social costs. And let's not forget that more than 4 billion people still do not have access to internet. For instance, 90% for them are from the developing world. So bridging the digital divide is crucial to ensure equal access to information and knowledge to foster innovation, entrepreneurship. So technological process is a key to finding solutions to both economic and environmental challenges, such as providing new jobs and promoting energy efficiency. So promoting sustainable industries, investing in scientific research and innovation are all important ways to facilitate sustainable development. So we need investment, infrastructure, innovation, are crucial drivers of economic growth and development. And also, let's not forget that over half of the world population now are living in cities. Mass transport or renewable energy become more and more important, and the growth also of new industries, information, communication technologies. So we need to make sure that we need to build stable and prosperous societies across the globe. And we need a resilient infrastructure, which will be a foundation of every successful community.
Thank you, dear Rania. Thank you very much for your valuable notes. Thank you. And again, thank you very much, Kapil sir, for your thoughtful presentation. Actually, in a chat box, I can read lots of messages related to your presentation.
I can really
Girisha,
happy. I'm very happy.
yes, yes. Girisha ma'am says that great, wonderful products making with the banana fiber. So hats off you, Kapil sir, for your efforts towards the innovation and the infrastructure. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to invite our dear little young mind, Siddharth Shukla. So first of all, I would like to request our technical team, please make co-host Siddharth Shukla. Actually, this young mind becomes a favorite of all my team members. And even Christiana likes him very much because he is a very great student. He learns a lot actually each and every day. And he makes notes of every presentation. So Siddharth, yes, our technical team is making you a co-host.
In the
Yes,
meeting,
Siddharth, you are a co-host.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please proceed.
I have made a small presentation.
Okay, please share your small presentation.
Can you see it?
Yes,
Okay.
amazing, very good.
बेटा स्लाइड शो कर लीजिए इसको.
Yes.
है ना, do slide show.
Yes, sir. Basic infrastructure such as road communication,
Siddharth,
Yes.
Siddharth, बेटा go to the slide 1. सबसे पहले सबसे ऊपर वाली स्लाइड पे जाओ जहाँ पे बल्ब शो हो रहा है. You have made slide, go to the slide 1, बल्ब के ऊपर वाली स्लाइड पे. You are showing the last slide, बेटा.
No, ma'am, I am showing first.
Restart your presentation. We cannot see anything right now.
Okay.
Stop sharing and then again restart sharing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good, beta. Awesome. Now you can start the presentation.
Am I using basic effects?
Don't do slideshow. I think slideshow is not supporting your system. Let it be in the smaller.
Okay. First point, basic infrastructure such as road communication system, electrical power and water is scarce in many parts of today's world. About 2.6 billion people struggle while excusing electricity, and more than 1 billion people do not have access to eligible phone services. Also, the undeveloped infrastructure limit access to healthcare and education services. Infrastructure make the world work. Is the pipeline that bring to homes and the public transport. Help us to carefully to be school where we learn new things. Industries are productions of goods things are made and sold to people all over the world. Also, services which are often to people who need is infrastructure is all around us. Supply of water, the data sensors. When infrastructure is strong, people are able to connect all together and new innovations, the infrastructure economy. That's all.
You was awesome, Siddharth, with a very good flow and with a very cute presentation we can see across here. You can stop sharing, beta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm stopping it from here. I'll stop it for you. Okay. So join your hands. Let's have your signature gesture. Let's click our beautiful Siddharth. Join it like this.
Great, great, Siddharth, great. And thank you very much, Siddharth, for all your efforts. Actually, we are very grateful to Siddharth. Each and every day, he listens all the speakers with all his sincerity. So thank you, dear. Thank you very much, Siddharth. And actually, please accept my big salute to all your efforts. Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you.
And before we proceed, I would like to share a voice recording. Though everyone could not join us, but they're so very connected with the heart that they have sent their recordings to us. So I would like to share this. Give me a minute, please.
We have a very special audio message from the Professor Dr. Umar Maruf from Saudi Arabia. Siddharth, please unmute. Sorry, Siddharth, please mute yourself. Yeah. Yes. So there is a special message of Professor Dr. Maruf from the land of Saudi Arabia.
Hello everyone. First of all, I'm really sorry for not joining the meeting, as we are facing some technical glitches in our network, as a result of which we cannot join the multimedia, or we cannot join any network as of now. So sorry for that. And I'm extremely thankful to Dr. Parul for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this event, SDG 9, Industrial Innovation and Infrastructure. So let me go directly head on with it. So if we look at SDG 9, it's actually the backbone of all SDGs. SDG 9 is the engine to drive the industrial transition and is the economic foundation of the society and community. Besides this, if you look at the main focus of SDG 9, it's about building resilient industries, infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, foster innovation. This is not only essential in meeting people's basic needs, it will help them become economically competitive. But developed SDG 9 will provide employment opportunities, promote development of new technology, facilitate international trade, improve efficiency. If we look at the scenario currently, we have two dimensions of the issue that we are facing. The first is an imbalanced, unequal access to and distribution of resources between people at the same time across globe, and even in the same country or the state per se. The second is non-inclusiveness of our current business model to our offspring's well-being in the long run. So how can we deal with these dimensions to prevent severe scenario for people and our planet? This is what forms the core of SDG 9, and we have, as per the SDG 9, what we are doing is we are increasing the spread of infrastructure like regional and international transport routes, which is very important for the economic development, since economies grow through increase in the exchange of goods and services. We want to make sure that barriers to trade are low and efficiency with which trade is carried out is maximized. We have seen the same thing in the COVID-19 situation, when the world trade became, it slumped down, and all the major players of the world like Amazon and everybody else faced an issue with connecting to the customers or the end consumers because of the issues with their line haul, which got affected or impacted due to the restrictions in the movement of the transportation. As a result of which, what happened is that they had to go with the warehousing, which as a result of which they had to take the help of local players, local companies from the market. That did help the local companies to scale up their services and expose themselves to the technology. Definitely such collaborations play a vital role in our global supply chain, and this integration is a must and in need of an hour to secure the overall food health and security ecosystem. Growing infrastructure also entails increasing access of people living in remote areas to access roads so that they are better able to travel and participate in the economy. As we have seen during and after the impact of COVID-19, that we have seen the partial technological advancements, and somewhere we don't have it, like somewhere the drones were used for the delivering food, or the robots were used to serve in restaurants, while on the other hand we had horses to deliver the essential commodities in some of the areas. Now this infrastructure growth extends especially to industries to make it more sustainable. It will increase resource usage efficiently and promote widespread adoption of clear and environmentally sound technologies and industrial processes. If the industry is built on a sustainable backbone, then it can be encouraged to expand as to provide employment and goods worldwide. Increasing access of small-scale industries to financial services and increasing their integration into the supply chain and markets would also be a huge step towards a more sustainable, stable industry practices. As we have seen during COVID, due to the non-integration or the incomplete integration of small-scale industry, this suffered a huge loss or got collapsed completely. The valuable way here will be for the international community to come together to offer financial, technical, and technological support to the developing and underdeveloped countries. As a part of SDG 9, there's the provision for to provide the research stimulus by increasing the number of researchers working on the sustainable technology. More elaborate cooperation between educational institutes and industries will emphasize this and increase the market reach and increase the sustainability overall. One of the parameters that will, that will promote sustainability in the industry is by increasing access to communication technologies. Business to consumer or the e-commerce spending is on an ever increase due to the young population. They're using the mobile phones, they're using they're more tech savvy, and increasing the broadband penetration and smartphone penetration rate. With the government growing focus on the e-commerce, it has impacted the e-commerce sector very widely and has transformed the whole industrial setup. The key drivers of the global economics of now is the rapid rate in the internet penetration, with the more emphasis being on the underdeveloped and the developing countries to increase the rate of internet penetration. Now we had 2G, which has covered almost 100% or 99% of whole of the world. But right now, with the new tech advancement, we are going with the 4G. Still, the penetration has not reached to maximum. With the 5G, which is in the initial phases of incorporation in most of the countries, I can say in most of the underdeveloped and developing countries, it has not yet started. Growth in smartphone usage, shift towards use of smartphones has boosted online spending growth, which will be very much impactful in creating a sustainable environment and providing more opportunities for the people. Also, it has increased the personalization of services. E-commerce companies are now also offering personalized goods and services much more effectively. This capacity in turn is helping to build greater loyalty and increase usage of the online services. The communication, the increased access to the communication has also led to growth of the e-commerce investment. Investment in tech companies have grown considerably in the recent years. The number of incubators, accelerators, and the funding bodies within many countries have grown significantly. And there's also disruption in the payments. Fintech companies are disrupting the payments market. Innovations in consumer mobile devices and merchant point of sale are effective as of now and being used everywhere. With the inclusion of the new systems, like all the countries are using the VAT to increase the VAT, or they're increase the GST. So the incorporation into the small and the other sectors is quite essential. Incorporation of AI into the business models. Now, this is a very important step as customer experience have evolved recently by using AI-based virtual assistants or chatbots with a deeper, neural network usage. Enhancing all these points and will be the prime aspect of SDG 9. With the enhancement in the technology, it will be multifold, and it will help develop especially in the developing and the underdeveloped countries, to go with the maximum reach and the incorporation across the borders. It will have a multitude of the effect on the overall economies, improve the health and the well-being of the person, and also give more, what's called more jobs, create more jobs in the countries. That's all from my.
So I would like to request Shilpi Upadhyay ma'am, please stop sharing. So yes, there is a big change in this ultra modern business world. There is a lots of ways to communicate the people, to approach the different parts of the world. So here is the Professor Dr. Umar Maruf from the land of Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much. And the person who connect with the Professor Dr. Umar Maruf is our dearest Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. So Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am, thank you very much for this wonderful speech ma'am. I would like to request technical team, please make co-host Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. Actually, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am is one of our global convener to execute this Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. So I would like to request, yes, now Dr. Parul Sharda, you are a co-host now. Ma'am, would you like to say something?
Yes, ma'am, thank you so much. And since day one, we are working in a team, and so happy to see, and more of I feel belonging to Witty Gossip now in comparison to Indore Management Institute now. So it is very nice to listen to all the speakers. And today also I listened to Neda, Christiana, and Dr. Thapa, and initially also some professors have interacted, and all have shared very insightful and thought-provoking points. And on the day one, Dr. Supriya, we have got one suggestion from one of the speaker. I do not remember the name, but he had shared that we can document all the main points which we have received in all 17 days. So I would like to initiate with you. I'll discuss, the team will discuss, you, me and Shilpi madam, we will discuss on all these points, and whosoever who is interested in helping in documenting all these major points, or the points which should be included in that document, we can draft the document for all the 17 days goal wise, and we can publicize at the Witty Gossip platform also, and we can make it available in the hard copy also if the things works. That is all for
yes, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am. And I think the Christiana Skeller is the best person to document, and to draft, because every day Christiana makes notes each and every speaker. And last year I saw the notes. Actually, yeah. Yes, Christiana, yes, she is showing. So Christiana, yes, you are a very warm welcome in an executive team of a Witty Gossip Association to draft this document. So dear Christiana, yes, means actually it's a really honor to have you in this platform, because like-minded people, intellectual people like you, we meet in this platform. And as the Witty Gossip tagline says, that great mind discuss ideas. So our document definitely will play a role to discuss the sustainable development goals in a very broad way. So thank you very much, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
For all your efforts, ma'am, being a global convener. Thank you very much, ma'am.
I also remember in the last year's summit, I received the best presentation award for this goal.
Yes. Last year, Dr. Parul Sharda received the Global Empowerment Awards for her presentation on the Sustainable Development Goal 9. And this time, she is a global convener. She is one of the executive members to execute the whole Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2022. So, ma'am, please accept my big salute to all your efforts, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. So now it's the time to say goodbye. Rania, thank you very much for your virtual presence, for your gracious presence in this platform. Christiana, thank you very much. Thank you, Kapil sir, for all your efforts, for all your presentation related to the banana fibers. I like your concepts sir, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lucky, for joining us. Thank you, Shilpi Upadhyay ma'am, for beautifully conduct in my absence this event also, because actually I am a little bit busy to my university's work. So Shilpi Upadhyay ma'am, thank you very much. Thank you all the speakers. And here I would like to say thank you to the Dean of Pharmacy, Oriental University Indore, for the wonderful wonderful conduction and wonderful welcome address. Here, I would like to also say thank you, Ranjit sir, who is the advisor in the United Nations Geneva, for his actually very polite and a very decent manner. And actually, although he introduced very first time in a Witty Gossip team, but just because of his polite and a decent gesture, so I am become a very big fan of the Professor Ranjit sir. And thank you, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, for your virtual presence, and for the association with the Witty Gossip in the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Rashmi Somani ma'am, for associated with this Witty Gossip Association as a global convener for the Goal 8 also. And actually there are lots of people in the line, and there is means a series of vote of thanks. Actually, I have to follow, but because due to lack of the time, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Thank you, Dr. Nitesh Kumar Jain, and all people who associated with the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. I salute all efforts to aware our young minds, our students about the all sustainable development goals throughout the summit. Actually, I would like to here mention that for the best presentation and for the best speech for each and every goal, we have collaborated with the Global Empowerment Awards and the Global Pride Excellence Awards 2022 to provide the A certificate, awarding A certificate in a digital format for the best presentation and for the best speech. So thank you very much, all our sponsors, our knowledge associates. And here I would like to also thank again Expression English Private Solutions Limited for providing such a big, huge platform for the 17 days. And actually, I would like to thank you very much, Deven sir, Shubham sir. These two people are in the technical team who also available for all the technical assistance. So thank you very much, Deven sir. Thank you very much, Shubham sir. Thank you very much, Ritu Chhabra ma'am. Actually, Ritu Chhabra ma'am from the Expressions English is taking care all of the technical issues related to the Zoom, and she is providing us very prompt services. So thank you, Ritu Chhabra ma'am. Thank you very much. Here I would like to also thank Bharti ma'am. Bharti ma'am is one of the global convener. Actually, just because of her, we would be able to associate with the Expressions team. So thank you, Bharti ma'am. Again, thank you, Christiana, Lucky. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Here, I would like to also mention that Imperial College is one of the our knowledge associate. So thank you, Durgesh sir. Durgesh sir is the principal of the Imperial College. So thank you, Durgesh sir, for all your efforts. Your students are really amazing, sir. Actually, I saw the presentations of the Imperial College students. So all the students are really awesome. Thank you, Haripriya Sahu ma'am. Thank you very much. If actually whoever which is available and which is feel comfortable to switch on the camera, please do this gesture. We would like to capture the picture.
Yes, we would like to capture everybody like this. So if everyone can switch on the camera, it will be really great. Yes. And
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. And actually, Dr. Nitesh Kumar Jain right now in a meeting with the Vice Chancellor, sir. So he is not available to do this gesture. But yes, yeah. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Amazing. Right now Shilpi ma'am, please do this. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So yes, this is the our efforts to actually promote the mutual collaboration. That, as I said in a beginning, that we believe in joining hands, not shaking hands. So the joining hands gesture says that we believe in a mutual collaboration, we believe in a mutual efforts, we believe in a mutual association. So thank you all of you. Now it's the time to say goodbye. So I would like to request technical team, please end the meeting. And tomorrow we will meet with the another goal, goal 10, reduced inequalities. So thank you very much. Thank you all of you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. See you.